Hey everyone, welcome to our Airbnb clone implemented using the React and Django as a backend, right? So we have this is how the application will look like after we create the whole application for the front end and back end. So let's log in. Let's log in with a user here and show you that the login system is possible, right? So let's have Adam here on board. We have Adam already onboarded, and here you go. As you can log in here, right, successfully, and you can see that he's logged in. Nice. So we have all the login specific details here, inbox properties and all that stuff. And we have the all properties here, and we have separate properties for each category. So let's Adam might want to create a new property as a host. Let's do that here. Django BNB his home, right? And he's having a home at beach, a property. So let's add it, and luxury beach home, right? And experience C from cozy home, right? All right, then let's get started. We have it. Let's make it as $300, and we have 3 bedrooms. We have 3 bathrooms, right? And 6 guests. There you go. The property is in what do you say? It's in Australia.
Good place.
Yeah. Actually, Australia has a largest number of beaches in the whole world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get it open and submit it. And there you go. Your property gets added here successfully. Isn't it great?
Cool.
Cool, right? So we can go into that property and do all of that stuff. We can book it, and anyone can book it and all that stuff. So let's look at the code here. We have the code hosted already in our GitHub repositories this is for the backend itself, and this is for the front end, which is written in React and Next.js, and backend is written in Django DRF, right? So now we have that already cloned, and we have that project already running here in the locally. And there you go. This is completely a Docker-based development. And we have that Docker container running here already, right? So if you see here, this is the command which you can utilize. To run the project itself, which is the backend code. Just clone to the backend code and run the Docker Compose up build, and it will create the container and run all the process that it needs to be set up, right? And you are ready to go ahead. And only one thing I want to mention before you start running it locally is actually change this, debug and allowed hosts from the online version, right? So which are like, you see the online version of it, it will be like for the production. We have it running as a production file, which is this is the allowed host where it's an online one, and right, and this is debugging is false, which you need to change it again back to true and allowed host to the Django allowed hosts itself, right, which is part of the local host and these things. Yep. Is it going good, brother?
Yeah, we can have a look at the Docker Compose file, right, bro?
Yeah, bro. Sure, definitely. Yep. So this is what for the Docker itself, right? When I said that you will run this Docker Compose up build, right? So we will have this services running, which is like 2 services. One is the web services itself, and one is for the database itself, right? So that
right. So
yeah.
We have the backend running here as a web, right?
Yeah.
We create the Docker container named web, and also the Postgres database.
Yep.
But the front end itself is not actually running on Docker.
Yes.
It is actually running locally.
Locally, exactly. That's perfect. Yeah, we have only this in the Docker container is only we have the DB and the web, which is the backend web, right?
The web.
Right. So the front end is something that we will need to run now. Exactly. As you say, let's just open up the code itself here, right? This is the front end, and let's run it here as you just said it.
Yeah, and you can run it like a simple dev, right? Dev
Yep.
Next.js app
Yep.
using npm.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Because it's just developments. We are doing it here. We're not hosting it anyway, right? So there you go.
Right.
This is the local host, which is at the port 3000. If you look at it, right? But you see, the backend itself is running at the port of 8000, right? So these both are local hosts, which we have, in the system, and this local host is coming from the Docker itself, and this local host is coming locally, right?
Yeah. So we can create the root user, right? Then we can use it to log in into the application.
Sure, definitely. Because we cannot log in it anyway. We don't have any, user here now. So we cannot we cannot log in as an admin at all, right? So let's now run that.
Yeah, and for the sake for the sake of creating this new user now, we need to actually run this command under the running Docker container, right?
Yes, exactly. That's perfect. That's true. So let me just we have the scripts ready for that, right? So we are mentioning all of this in our Git repo anyway, right? So now if you see, let's go ahead and create this super user. There you go, and let's create an email ID for that, right? Let's say super user @email.com, and super user, right? The name itself, and let's create a password for that, and let's create a repeat password for that, and there you go, right? Success. You see that?
Right. Only don't forget your password.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go ahead and log in with the super user itself. This is only possible, just to mention that this is only possible because there is a container running already, right? This is not possible if the container is not running, right? So, and this is a sample super user, and I did not forget my password. There you go. There you go. We have the users here, right? And in the users, we have the super user, right? Because we have this application, right? We have this application in the backend, which is for the user account, right? We have the user account in which we have the model running, where we have the user created successfully with with this API called. All right.
And you can also have actually a look into the all the views available in that backend, right?
Yeah.
So we have the tokens view, we have the conversation, conversation message, right? Properties, reservations, and also the users.
Exactly. We have all of this. Everything is possible from the admin section, right? We have the super user. So if any, as you say that we give access to the fine-grained access to this admin, to the representatives, right? When any customer calls and asks to change their details or add some details, or some issues with their conversations or something like that, we can do all of that from this admin section, right?
True.
So
so you can actually go back to the front end, right? And you can sign up, but as you just created that root user, you can also use it, for the sake of testing here. It will work.
Yes. So let's log in with the super user, right? Exactly.
Yeah, right.
As you said, let's log in with the super user @email.com. This is a super user, right? And there you go. And we submit here. And if you see, it changed from the login sign up to the user specific details here, right? There you go, successfully.
Right, but there is also a sign up option there where you can actually sign up, right?
Definitely.
So create a new user directly from the front end.
Sure. Definitely. So if you see that, if you just before we process, go ahead there. If you see here, now we got a post request, right, for the login. which is successful with the 200 success code, because we just logged in here and it got called out to the backend itself, and we just have access to super user email ID. Exactly, right? So that's this backend is running successfully. And now, as you say, let's sign up. Let me just log out and let's sign up here, right? So let's do it like with a new user, and let's create a password for that new user. Submit it successfully. If you see here, right, there's a registration. There is a register post request called out, and we sent out all the information of the registration, and then you got it automatically signed. Or as you sign up, we have the login successfully implemented as another process, right? And we have a DB checked up, checking point have successfully done, where we got all these details of super user and the new user, right? And let's reload here. Right. You can see that, right? User created in the backend.
So we should now go to the backend code, right? And give it a quick do.
Yep, definitely, sure.
First of all, I would mention all the apps that we have created here, like the user account, right? Property.
Yeah, the property and the
chat itself, right?
Yes.
So one very interesting point here is that for the chat itself, as this is a live chat, we implement actually, this is not over HTTP or HTTPS, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We need to create channels here.
Yes, exactly.
So we can give it a very quick look in the consumers, bro.
Yeah.
Consumers.py, right?
Yes, definitely.
So this is how we connect and disconnect to the web sockets.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. We connect to the WebSocket here, right? For the consumer of the chat itself, right? And they can disconnect and they can receive messages, right? They can all that information, right? We have the message itself as a book, all right? And also that's what all the features available for a given chat user, right? Chat consumer, right? So, and so we have,
and for the sake of having this live chat running, we are using actually, it's Daphne, right?
Yeah, it's Daphne. Exactly. Yes, it's Daphne. Yeah, to serve that. Right?
So it makes it super easy to create this communication between React itself, of course, Next.js, right? And Django.
Yes, perfect. That's true, actually, right? We have that inbox system here working now, right? So the conversation will be loaded here automatically from this API by taking this API chat as a route, right?
That's true. Because this one will load all the old messages, right? That you have saved into the database.
Yes, that's true.
So it's like a history. It will first request all the chat history, right? But then you can actually go to a live chat.
Yes. Between new users too, right? Between two users too, we can have. We'll show that in the live hosted application, right? After a while, right?
Yes.
And
cool.
You can also see that we have created a inbox specific conversation, the component itself, which will be as part of the the front end, right? Because currently we don't have any conversation here. The inbox is called here successfully, but it's empty, right? So, but we'll show that definitely. So, and then let's see. Now we have two ways, right? One is we have created a user from here and signed up with that here, and we have created a signed up as the user here, and we can see that it's updated here itself, right? Successfully, right? And if you see, we can add permissions and all that stuff for a specific user here as an admin. That's how we can give access to specific types of accesses, right? Yeah.
Something that we did forget to mention before, bro, is the login process, right? Because we need to create this authentication token. We are using the JWT token, right?
That's true. Good mention, right? Good mention. This is the user account itself, right?
User account, yep.
And if you see, we have actually first of all made that user custom, made that user as a custom, right? Because earlier the default user, the default user manager is something that we extended and created a custom user manager for our specific use case here, right? Where in the default one only have the email and password, right? But we have added name also along with that, isn't it? Right?
Right. Go to that project, the project folder, the Django BNB backend, bro. So we can actually have a look at the settings file, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And here we have the components, actually the apps, right, that we have
the apps
available in this backend.
Yes.
Then we can see the we are using the DJ Rest Auth, right, to simplify the process of creating and the auth token, right?
Yes.
We use the Rest Framework, simple JWT,
and the simple JWT for the sake of the JWT communication, right? Web tokens directly.
Right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually,
and one important point here is that we are using that, right, as an app here as well. And it's interesting because you need to actually put Daphne in the very beginning of the installed apps list.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will run into some errors.
Yeah.
I experienced myself. So this is interesting.
Yeah. An interesting find out as we are developing this, right? So. So we have all of this, the dependencies which we used to create this application itself, right? For making it a modern web application which can scale to any amount later down the line. Yep. So now, as you just mentioned that about the channels and communication between to creating the users and all. Now, what do you say? Let's
maybe we can let's go to that deployed application that we have in DigitalOcean, right?
Exactly. Sure.
We have some users there. We also have some properties, a chat.
Yeah, exactly. Let's explore that actually. Let's explore that.
Yeah. So log in there and let's have a look, right?
Let's log in with the current user that we have, Adam. What do you say, right? To just check out.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it here. Let's log in. This is the email ID of Adam. Right. There you go. And this user has now logged in successfully, right? So you can see that his specific properties, his reservations, and all that stuff now, right? So this is working two ways now. If you see, right? We have the Adam himself is like a user of the Airbnb itself as a user who can book the property and make a reservation, right? And also the Adam himself can become a host. That's how the Airbnb functions, right? So a person can be both a customer and a host, isn't it? Beautifully. So that's how.
Right.
Yeah, that's how. If you go to his properties, right? He have all these properties listed successfully. What is just we have done it in the starting of the introduction. If you see that luxury beach home which we created under the Adam is here, right? Which is running online, right? We don't have a custom domain yet. We just hosted it in the DigitalOcean, and it's running with this IP address.
Adam also actually he has a chat history, I think.
Adam, he have a chat actually. He have a chat, right?
Yeah.
So let me just see. Let's just see his chat history, right? So he has a chat with Nathan, right? And
you can actually go to the conversations, right?
Yes.
And you can also type a message here.
Yeah.
Right.
Type a message to Nathan, and we'll see that in the Nathan's login, right?
Yep. Right.
Yeah. So what's up with booking? What's up? Right. And you see here now, let's send this message to Adam, right?
So now
to Nathan,
we have this message. Yeah, we have this message saved in the database right now.
Yes,
so next time that Nathan actually log in, then he will see this message this messaging on his inbox, right?
Perfect. Let's do that. Let's check out that right away, right? What do you say?
Yeah, right.
So let's log out from Adam's account here, and let's log in with the Nathan's account. And this is the Nathan's user email ID that we have created. And let's log in with him. And right, there you go. This is the Nathan's account at this situation here, right? And inbox and Adam's conversation, and boom, you have that new message.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, this is using channels itself, right? Using Django channels, and definitely we have implemented this implementation of the chat conversation system, right?
Right. So we can explore also other options here, right? For example, there's an option to make a property favorite, right? As you can see in these cards, there is a heart there, so you can click in one of these hearts, and it will automatically go to your what is that function name? That property name is the my favorites.
My favorites, right? Exactly, the my favorites.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
try it out. Clicking a heart there, right?
Yeah, we have that in the back. So let's do that. Let's say Nathan is interested in Forest Resort. Let's say he's loving that. Let's say, right? And now as we click on this, it's his favorite now. And let's go to his favorites, right? There you go. He has this Forest Resort added to his favorites list. He has already Modern Tiny Home in the feed as his favorite, earlier, right? So we have added new favorite, and there you go, successfully. And then what do you say? Let's explore some. See if you see. Let's explore this thing. That we said. Yeah, it's categories itself. We didn't do that yet, right?
Yeah, we can filter category. Yeah, yes, that's right.
Exactly. There's a beach, first of all, right? Which the property that which we added at the right in the introduction section, right, is being displayed here, right, successfully. And the villas, all of them, success. And the cabins and the tiny homes, and you name it, any category you want for your business model, you can implement it successfully, right?
Right. What else do we have, bro? I think we can explore my properties as well.
Yeah, that's true. Nathan himself have this. Actually, he favorited his property, right? Success.
Yeah, right.
That's what he have his own property, and which he hosted as part of the Airbnb, and that's what. And people can book it successfully, right? If you see, Nathan himself can book other properties, right? So let's see how he can do that, right? He can just go to one of the properties that he just favorited here, Forest Resort, right? And there you go. You can see this is the Forest Resort property is from the Adam, as we have added via the Adam, and it has seven guests possibility with the 9 bedrooms and with the 3 bathrooms and all, right? Which we added, which is added earlier itself. We can book it successfully using from here to right. And this Forest Resort is having a maximum of 7 guests, right? Which you can see here. You can see the 7 guests, and you can book it. And the Airbnb itself is named as a Django BNB here anyway, right? So it takes its own fee for a booking. And if you see now which is 2 nights, here, right? Let's say this one will change now if we add more days, which is a 4 nights, and this is dynamic completely, right? And the fee also changes, right? The which is like a 5%, I think so, right? Some fee added of whole price. It's just not about fixed pricing yet. And anyone can book this property now.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. As per you actually book, right, that dates, they will automatically get unavailable for this property. Right.
Yeah.
There's also this option you can actually click in your host picture, so you can see his profile, right?
That's true. You can actually check out any person who is booking a property. They can go to their go to the host's profile itself, right? So that they can check out his profile. Currently, the profile itself is including only the list of properties that they host, right? We can actually add as many features as we want here. Like, for example, what is his his ratings and reviews, and what is his the structure of booking and all that stuff. We can add any details that we want to add, right?
Right, and you can also start a new chat with Adam if you click in the contact button, right?
Yes, exactly. That's true. Yep, that's perfect. Yeah, which will again anyway take to the the chat. We can contact that person, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, and also one more important thing, right? Any person who comes to the Airbnb, first of all, what they will do? They do this. They search the property first of all, isn't it? Right. So let's search it. Let's search in India. This is what we added in the initial introduction section, right? A property, and let's book it from 8th to 12th, and that's the number of guests is 2, and number of bedrooms is 2, and number of bathrooms is 2, and let's search. And there you go. We have the farm villa and we have the mountain retreat cabin available with that specific, search featured here, right? Successfully. So that's right. So we actually have the categories, and we have the properties, and we have the inbox, and we have the searching functionality working well, right? It's almost like a very fully functional Airbnb application, right? So this is it.
All right.